Hi guys, my name is Shani and welcome back to my space. Okay, so I've been wanting to film one of these videos for a really long time and I'm so excited that I'm finally actually doing it. One of my resolutions for this year was to make videos that I get really excited about, so this is what I've been wanting to do and I can't wait to share it with you guys. It is what have I read in January 2022. I really want to do one of these videos each month and just see what I read each month. One of my goals is to read more this year, so I'm really hoping I get through a lot of books this year, but I wanted to go through what I read in January and kind of give like a bit of a review for each book, because I know some of these books are on people's to read list and some people have asked, is it worth reading? Like, what's it about? So let's get into it. So the first book that I read in January 2022 was The Witcher: Season of Storms. And basically this book is in the Witcher series. I started the Witcher series last year, but I had to actually Google the sequence in which to read the books. This is, I believe, the most recently released book in the series, but it actually gives more context into the second novel in the series. So I've actually read this second after the first book. According to the author, it's not super vital to the storyline or anything, it just gives a bit more context, and because I'm starting from scratch, I really wanted to have a bit more context. So if you're reading the Witcher series or you want to read the Witcher series, it's up to you whether you read it. It's not apparently super vital to read, but if you want more context for like Geralt, if you like the stories in The Witcher and like the adventures that he goes on, I liked this book. I thought it was really good. I thought it was really well written. It wasn't as, how do I word this? It wasn't as integral to the series as the first one, I believe. I think the first one had like a lot more like intense plot line. This felt like a side quest. It's like when you play a game and you've got like the main quests and you've got your side quests. It kind of felt like a side quest, but it was still enjoyable. I really liked it. Out of 10, I'd probably give it about a 7. I liked it. If I was rereading the series, I'd read it again, but I'm not really going to go out of my way to read it. So the second book that I read after The Witcher was one that I have seen a lot of people read and recommend, and I bought it ages ago and I never really got around to it, so I thought I'd give it a go. It is The Alchemist. So basically this book, I've seen a lot of people read this book, not just people I know, also people like celebrities, and they put on their stories. It's very philosophical, but it's also got a really nice storyline. Like, I finished this in a day. It was really good. I found myself getting like attached to the characters, but also especially towards the end there's a lot of philosophical stuff that is very eye-opening and the writer is incredible. I would highly recommend this book if you want like a really nice read, a really quick read. I want to read this again. I think I need to read this at least another 2 times and take notes to really get like everything that the author is putting into this book, because there is a lot of messages and a lot of things that I'd like to reflect on. So if you're reading this book, be prepared to read it more than once, because it is very deep and has a lot more in it than you would probably expect. I would give this a 10 out of 10. I like this book a lot. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would, and yeah, it's just a special little book. I like this one. The third book that I read in January is one of my guilty pleasures. It is Midnight Sun by Stephenie Meyer. I believe it's Meyer. And it is basically Twilight from Edward's perspective. And a lot of people either like Twilight or don't. I like it. I like the writing. I like the way that Stephenie writes. I think it's amazing. I can just rip through her books really easily. They're just very immersive and I just really like the way she writes. So I was really excited to read this one. It is massive, so I didn't expect to get through it quickly, but I got hooked And honestly, in my opinion, this may be controversial, but I think that this is better than Twilight. I think that Edward's perspective is a much better perspective than Bella's, mainly because Edward can mind read. So you're not only getting the perspective of Edward, you're also getting the perspective of the people around him, his family, and Bella's classmates, and I really like it. The only thing that I didn't like is when I first saw the length of this book, I really thought that this was going to be like more than one of the Twilight books from Edward's perspective. I was waiting for us to go into New Moon and maybe Eclipse. I thought it was going to be like a summary thing. I'm hoping more books are coming, but it's only Twilight. This is literally just the Twilight story. That's okay, but I wanted more. Maybe it's because I really like the writing, but I wanted more of these. So please, Stephanie, if you're watching, I highly doubt it, but if you are, more of these, please. Thank you. Out of 10 for this book, I'd probably give it a 9. The only reason it's not a 10 is because I wanted more from it. So I'd give it a 9. I thought the writing was really good. It was really interesting to see like the perspectives of the classmates and the family, and I really liked it. I thought it was really, really good. So if you like Twilight, definitely read this one. That's it. That's the books that I read in January. I'm currently reading Dune at the moment, which is a big, big film right now. So keep an eye out for what did I read in February to see what I think of that one. Spoiler alert, I'm really liking it so far. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you want more book content, reviews, things like that. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.